What's up, everyone? It's Caddy with Money Investing. So we've got the big day scheduled for tomorrow. That's going to be Tesla's Investor Day. Elon Musk has already hyped everybody up on Twitter, talking about the master plan number 3. There's going to be a lot of potential announcements, lots of speculation ahead of this day. In this video, I want to break down especially what the expectations are and also go over down the memory lane. So we're going to go down the memory lane, talk a little bit about how Tesla's performed historically when these events have taken place, whether it's Battery Day, AI Day, investor shareholder meeting, whatever it is, how Tesla's stock price has performed in and around these events. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk a little bit about the average cost for all Tesla shareholders collectively. And we'll also talk about the big announcement that Tesla has pretty much revealed or coming in from the Mexican government as well. The fact that Tesla is going to be launching or pretty much establishing a factory automotive plant in Mexico. We'll talk about that as well. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, find it helpful. If you do, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and make sure that you drop the like button as well. And the link to our Discord and Patreon is going to be down below. There is a 16% discount that is available till the end of this month. So that's pretty much tonight, February 28th. So if you want to take advantage of that, get access to all the trade alerts, options ideas, swing trading ideas, private videos, educational videos, all that stuff. Link's going to be down below. And there is a 16% annual discount as well. So this is going to be Tesla's 2023 Investor Day presentation. You can watch this again. They're going to be live tomorrow. Tesla's official YouTube channel. This obviously is going to be at 2:30 in the morning over here in India. So unfortunately, I won't be able to cover it live, but we'll definitely talk about it once the presentation's over. I'll kind of summarize it and obviously go over everything that was discussed, but it is going to be in about 18 hours. So it says March 2nd, 2:30 a.m. That's pretty late for here. This right here is going to be Tesla's average cost, and right now we're sitting at about $184. That's pretty much the average cost among all Tesla shareholders combined, because Webull pretty much calculates this number. It's an approximation, right? So it's obviously not an accurate number, but they calculate this number using 13 different exchange data. And the closing price of $205 today makes over 81% of Tesla shareholders currently profitable and in the green, right? So what that simply means that about 19% are still currently holding on to losses and 81% are profitable. And Elon Musk obviously is once again the richest person in the world after Tesla has rallied over 100% since the start of this year. And you can see very, very small amounts of averages sitting at well over $205, but majority of that volume coming in at around 184 to as high as 190, 195 levels. And we also talked about how there is something about that $200 level for Tesla where there is a lot of volume, price by volume. We looked at that in our previous videos, and there's a lot of buyers and sellers sitting at around $200 per share for Tesla. Now, this right here was the catalyst. Big news. Tesla plant gets a green light in northern Mexico. So Tesla will build a new assembly plant in northern Mexico, the country's president announced on Tuesday, marking a push by the electric vehicle maker to broaden operations outside the US in a deal an official said was worth over $5 billion. And President Andres Manuel Lopez said the whole Tesla company was planning to Mexico or coming to Mexico to build a very big automotive plant, and noting that the potential investment in batteries was still pending. He did not reveal what models would be produced. So this obviously gives a big leverage to Tesla because the cost of production in Mexico is going to be a lot cheaper than that in the US. Cost of materials, cost of labor, everything is going to be a lot cheaper than in the US. And they will be in a very, very close proximity to the United States, right? One of their big markets alongside China. And of course, they've already got, gigafactories in Austin, Texas, California. They're building, one in North Mexico now that's going to give them, put them in the same proximity to really ship these vehicles as the demand grows for Teslas in the United States, because obviously every single gigafactory has a cap. They can only go as much as, a couple million vehicles per year. And obviously Tesla's goal is to generate over 20 million vehicles by 2030. So they need more factories. They need more gigafactories and plants in order to make that happen. One Mexican official said the plan would be Tesla's gigafactory that could produce a semi-truck, roadster, sports car, and potentially other vehicles. Another official said the plan could produce a kind of a sport utility vehicle. And separately, a Mexican source with the knowledge of the matter said the initial investment will be worth around $1 billion and then scaling that up to over $10 billion. And the company has car factories in the US, states of California, Texas, as well as Berlin and Shanghai. And Musk has said for months that EV maker will announce a new factory. And he's set to discuss expansion plans, next generation vehicle platforms, and other topics on Investor Day, which is going to obviously be tomorrow. And the plant will be built in Santa Catarina in the great monetary area. So again, I do apologize if I'm mispronouncing that word there. The municipality's mayor says Jesus Nava, and Santa Catarina will have the eyes of the world. And $10 billion in bright red. Nava and Tesla's investment would be 5 times the private investment in the municipality over the past decade. So you better believe it, the real estate prices around that area are going to literally skyrocket in the coming months as this factory gets built. Now, going over to the topic of discussion here, which is going to be the Investor Day. Of course, we're looking at long-term expansion plans. That's number one, right? So what is Elon Musk planning on with respect to gigafactories and production levels? Very, very important because their goal, like I said, has been closer to 20 million vehicles by 2030, and they really want to scale that number up and get as much market share as possible. So any type of plans with respect to gigafactories in Mexico, Indonesia, and some of the other candidates as well would be very much important. Then we've got Tesla's Generation 3 platform, which is going to be a cheaper, more affordable electric vehicle in the range of $20,000 to $25,000, which is, I think, going to be a game changer for Tesla if they release this in their Investor Day Master Plan 3, right? So whatever that means, if and when that comes out, I think that's going to be a big game changer because it's going to make electric vehicles very much affordable to the masses, right? And the adoption is going to be that much faster to EVs. There's also speculation around new electric vehicle in a sort of like a hatchback state. So new entry-level EV, which Tesla has kind of hinted a little bit. They have put Model Y, Model S alongside this uncovered, unrevealed sort of hatchback potential. So we might get some updates on that as well. And then of course, robotaxis, autonomous driving, Tesla Semi, Cybertruck, the Roadster, people who've been waiting for so many years. And then not to mention the main focus, I think, is going to be sustainability and energy for this presentation, and how energy is going to be a big portion of Tesla's revenue moving forward, hopefully, and what they're going to do with recycling and solar panels and all the things around sustainability of the earth. Now, talking about the price action itself, I'm going to pretty much bring out the technicals, and this right here are some of the key events that we have seen for Tesla over the years. So what you'll notice over here is a Tesla Battery Day back in 2020. This took place back on September 22nd. So I remember the presentation. It was pretty long, pretty complicated stuff, but Tesla pretty much dropped the following day over 10%. That's right. Tesla did drop 10% after the Battery Day event. Of course, the hype was there. We did see a pretty strong rally back in August of 84%. Then Tesla, dropped about 35%. Then once again, rallying pre-event 38% and then dropping quite a bit. But eventually it consolidated sideways in that range. And Tesla was more volatile back then. It was like trading in the hundreds, $200. So it was incredibly more volatile, and the market cap was much lower than where it is right now. This right here was the announcement that Tesla is going to be added in the S&P 500. So that we had the inclusion announcement, and Tesla literally on that news rallied over 100%. 122%. In fact, after the inclusion was official in December of 2020, we see Tesla rallying even more as more and more institutional funds had to include Tesla to rebalance their S&P 500 funds and ETFs and whatnot. So this was a massive move for Tesla, over 122%. But these right here are more announcements, not really events, but just definitely wanted to go over that. Now, moving over to actual events, we had Tesla AI Day in 2021 around this time, which was back in August. And this actually played out really well. Tesla ended up rallying quite a bit, 14% after the event. This right here was Tesla's shareholder meeting in 2021. And we already know what happened after that. Lots of momentum, and this was also around that time when there was a lot of short squeeze on Tesla. So this, I think, around the time when the volume was the highest for Tesla, right? So we did see a lot of volume around that time, and we had shares in the 188, 200 million, shares traded around that time, and lots of shorts getting burned around that time, and Tesla hitting a new all-time high of well over $400 per share. Now, fast forward to where we are now in recent times. Of course, since the end of 2021, beginning of 2022, we have seen a lot of growth stocks struggles. So Tesla pretty much dropped 50%. And then we had a few more events here. So in more recent terms, Tesla shareholder meeting in 2022, we pretty much saw a decline of about 14% for Tesla after the event. This right here with Tesla AI Day 2022, which happened back in September of 2022. Following that event, Tesla pretty much dropped a little bit over 8.6%. So not the very best of events here, and continued dropping by another 27-28%. Of course, the markets had a lot to do with it as well. September usually is the worst month for the market, and September last year was pretty brutal, if you remember it. It was pretty bad, and Tesla continued to drop all the way to, till the beginning of January, all the way down to $101. And since then, it's rallied quite a bit. And now we are once again facing Tesla Investor Day 2023. And there's a little bit of, a bull flag formation. So we are seeing a lot of consolidation for Tesla in and around this range. So you can see that we are trading sideways more so than we are trading lower. And this right here was the big rally. So it can be considered as a bit of a flagpole and then a consolidation sideways with a bull flag. And if Tesla's Investor Day presentation lives up to its expectations, there is a possibility that we see a pretty good breakout to the upside. So that's going to be that bull flag breakout. So rally, consolidation, breakout. However, if it's anything like the more recent days we've seen with the shareholder meeting and the AI Day from last year, I actually wouldn't be surprised if after this consolidation also we see a bit of a pullback. Either way, I'm hedged, so I've got covered calls sitting all the way up to 250. So even if Tesla does drop, those covered calls will print as they get further out of the money. But even if it does break out to the upside, I'm happy to trim a little bit of my position at 250, and that would be a very solid profit of well over, about 75 to 100%. So including the premiums that I'd be receiving, because that will lower my cost basis. So hope you guys enjoyed this video and a complete update on Tesla's Investor Day that is coming up tomorrow. Very, very exciting stuff, and we'll see what Tesla has in store for us in terms of those announcements. But yeah, just be careful. Don't, bet on these binary events, because they can definitely be, very, very uncertain. They can sway on either direction, on the upside and on the downside. But instead, in my opinion, either hedge prior to going into these days or be reactive to the price action. And, after the event is over, see how the price is trading and then trade off of that price action, so you have better understanding, more data, more analysis to work with proper risk management as well. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful. If you did, make sure that you drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And the link to our Discord and Patreon is going to be down below if you're interested in joining us. As always, happy investing, and I'll see you all in the next video.